Serge is already hard at work here.
Oh, there he is.
Civic. What's going on?
I just wanted to get a little bit of a jump on the Civic for the AC installation. Here, come on, let me show you what I've done. Alright, so it started in here. As your boots are breaking my dash, thank you for that.
Sorry, sir.
All I did was I just took the glove box off, took the center console out, and there's 2 bolts holding this to the HVAC system. And that's where our AC is going to go instead of there.
So you're just getting ready to put the evaporator in there and all of our switch from non-AC
Yeah,
to
and it
AC.
looks like the switches are already here. Right there, this guy here. So yeah, it should be more of a plug and play, hopefully. I don't know, I haven't done this.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I'm assuming that this is what it's going to be. So it's all in here. I'm going to clean all this out. I think this will be a good idea to do before I shove the evaporator in here. And then there's this plug here. Look at that, eh? That is where...
Oh yeah. That's where all the lines come through.
Yep. Already there, no cutting, nothing. Love this.
All right. So as Serge explained, we're taking the AC from the green Honda and putting it in Serge's Honda. It's fairly involved, but it's not undoable. But what we're doing is we're using all the old parts from the old Honda with a couple exceptions. Simply because, well, you found something wrong with the old condenser, didn't you, Serge? Condenser.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that
Belt.
the old one was falling apart, coming apart at the bottom here. And these are very fragile. They're not very strong. And I just wanted to take some insurance and get a new one because I'd hate for us to go through all of this trouble and this is leaking, so what we have here is we've got the condenser. This is going to go in front of, or actually right beside the rad, followed by its own fan. Then we've got the evaporator that's going to go into the car under the dash. We're going to try to finagle that in there.
The old compressor, which Serge has cleaned up. And he's also done a wonderful job cleaning up the receiver dry on all its lines. Cleaned up all of the high and low pressure side lines. New belt.
To touch a little bit more on those pressure lines, I've changed all the O-rings to brand new ones.
That's right. And then it's a matter of just kind of reversing the process that you put it back in.
Let's find out.
So Serge and I are starting to put the underhood stuff together. And something to note is that we kept the old car that we got all the components from. We actually had to already run out there to get some parts. We ran back outside to get the tensioner for the AC belt. Now, just to note though, you do need that in order to make this work. Otherwise, you're have all the parts in and then you're gonna be going to a wrecking yard looking for that part, so.
So to get the belt, the AC belt on, you have to remove one of the motor mounts to get the belt over it. Fortunately for this car's age and getting a little rusty, one bolt came out and the other one kind of snapped inside the frame rail. So it kind of just, nothing we can do at this point. The bushing was so shot, we just ended up opting just to cut it out for now and continue with the AC installation. We'll figure out what to do with this, cutting it out, figuring out how we're going to mount a new one in another episode. But this is where we are now for this.
So as I said, kind of important to keep the old donor car. That is the harness that runs all of the AC. Would have been not happy without that. There it is.
Oh, got it. Was there something stuck or was it
Just dry.
Okay. I'll probably shut the camera off and let's go eat.
So what I was doing there, the main harness to get power to the AC system hasn't been in use on the Honda for quite a while, so the rubber was all dry that seals the connection. All I did was use a little bit of brake silicone. It's not the right stuff. It'll work fine for it as long as you don't get it in any of the connection. Other than that, you should use dielectric grease, but it worked for the situation, so. Good.
Putting the relay in for the AC clutch and the relay for the AC. What's nice about this, it was already wired. You just need to put the two relays in and that's it.
So the fuse panel was already wired for
ready.
AC, it just had vacant slots.
Yep, it just didn't have the relays, which I took from the donor car and plugged them right on in.
Well, there it is. We got high and low side fittings with the evaporator and the HVAC box. As you can see, running all the way along. Got a couple tools in the way, just hang on. Running there into the rad support, over in front of the rad. You can see where that line runs over all the way to the receiver dryer, which is kind of in the fender. It's hard to see. Saw Serge installing that. And the kind of the unofficial heart of the system, the condenser and the AC compressor. Down inside there, lines.
You talked about the dryer.
I did talk about the dryer a little bit.
And
All of it
removing
working
this-
together.
And removing this headlight did help.
Yeah, made a big difference trying to get that receiver dryer in there. I unbolted this one to give me a little bit of space. I didn't take it right out. But
Yeah, I'm just gonna
recharge next.
Yeah, we'll go to the shop. Then I'll charge up the system. We'll check for leaks before I do that, just to make sure everything's good.
Put it under vacuum.
And yeah.
So we took a little drive over to the shop to have the Honda AC charged after we've done all the work. And Serge is behind me taking care of that, so let's see what he's up to. Looks like Serge is...
I just finished charging the system. I put it under vacuum for a while. Now I charged it.
There weren't any leaks. I know we left a couple fittings loose so we could get down here and make sure they were tight when we got here.
Yeah, but no, everything was, it held.
Everything held vacuum.
so-
That's good. I like that. All right, so you think it's gonna work?
Ooh, I hope so.
Better be chilly.
It's a 50-50 chance, but yeah,
I like those odds.
I checked all the wiring. We got power where we're supposed to have power. We got ground where we're supposed to have ground. Everything's switching over. So yeah, I think
It was a fine bit of work.
we got vacuum. We've got it sealed unit now, and yeah, it should work. We're gonna find out. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'm nervous. Is this gonna work?
AC power
You hit it. Hit the
now.
button. Ooh. AC.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at, feel that.
So I'd say that's a success. I mean,
Besides my blower motor making some noises.
it's got some noise. You can probably hear that on camera.
That
But
has nothing to do with the AC.
no,
that we put
but
in.
I just turned it down a little bit.
Holy crap.
But yeah,
that's-
it's working. So I would call this a success.
yeah.
I was nervous, to be honest.
Yeah?
I was a little bit nervous. Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
I haven't done that before. Putting an AC system in a car
No,
that
not at all.
didn't have it, so.
I'm psyched on that. This car was literally bare bones.
Yes.
And we have taken it and given it AC.
Well, one step in the right direction for sure.
That's true. I think it's one of the few things you could do to a car that actually adds some value.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think we're definitely going the right direction.
I think so.
And yeah, I would do this again.
This was like way easier. I pointed out at the beginning of this little build series that this was going to be really difficult and there was going to be lots of parts and lots of trips to the junkyard and blah blah blah, but
No,
it wasn't that bad.
No, we would have made a few. Shut that off there. We definitely would have made a few trips to the salvage yard if I didn't have the green.
Yeah, if we didn't have a donor car.
Yeah,
So
the green
I think
Honda helped.
this could be done if you didn't have a donor car. You
Oh, for
could
sure.
go back and forth to the junkyard, but if somebody at home is doing this,
Watch our video because that's going to list all the things you need and the brackets and the things like the relays
Wow.
and all that stuff that you need.
exactly. However, having the car itself is much easier. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the route. If you have the space and you can do that, do that. And I guess until next time,
Yeah,
stay tuned.
stay frosty.
Stay frosty. Keep your stick on the ice.
Keep the sunny, what is it? The shiny side up.
Keep that rubber on the road.
Ah,
Shiny side up? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right, get out of my car.
Okay.